Wait a minute. Welcome to the show. It is me, your girl, Labora Lee, aka Cat Lee, and
You have now tuned in to Ambitiously the podcast.
yes, you have. You absolutely have. Y'all, we got so much to get into today, but the first thing you need to know is this. Today is Media Monday. Today is the day that we sit and we chit chat about all the latest goings ons and trending topics and sometimes a little gossip. We get into it. We talk about some things, and we got a nice little bit to talk about today. We absolutely do. The first thing, though, hold on, let me get myself together. I need you to know is that the phone line is always open whenever I'm doing a show. The number is 443-850-4828. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen, and we will be scrolling for the remainder of this show, okay? Well, until I gotta put other stuff on the screen, but for the most part, the rest of the show. All right, so remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. If you would like to donate, Cash App us, $ Lore Lucidity. And I will be saying that again before we get out of here. But yeah, it's a lot to chop up this evening. So before we get into any of that, I think that we have to pay some bills around here. So I'll be right back. What a time to be alive. I repeat. What a time to be alive. Did you know that you could get fresh ingredients along with beautiful recipes delivered to your door? Did you know that? Wow, you can get 21 free meals plus free shipping and 3 free gifts when you use the code HelloFresh21. The link is in the description. Again, use the code HelloFresh21 to get 21 free meals plus free shipping plus 3 free gifts. I'm telling you. It's time to get healthy, y'all. All right, okay, I'm back. Listen, I'm trying to get some things in order in here really quickly, but I am here. We ought to talk about it. The first person we are going to talk about is none other than our favorite friend. I don't know if I want to call him my favorite friend, though, but I also, at the same time, understand that when you're dealing with some things, things get a little crazy. But it's not really about him per se. More so about one of the companies that was involved with him. Hold on, I got it together, y'all. Hot damn. But more so about one of the companies that was involved with this dude. I'm still going to say he a gentleman too. I'm not going to do him like that. You know, people go through their stuff or whatever. But anyway, let's talk about Kanye and Adidas real quick. All right. While I get my other affairs in order. So, Adidas right now. Hold on, let me turn some things off over here so I can get all my affairs together. I'm coming. Don't rush me. I'm coming. Hold on. All right. We in there. Cool. So anyway, Adidas. Let's talk about Adidas. So it looks like Adidas is trying to make good after getting scared. They spanked their asses, excuse my language, but after getting that spanking for failing to part ways with Kanye West during his anti-Semitic tirade. Because of the company's now the company is donating a chunk of its upcoming Yeezy profits to the Anti-Defamation League and other charities. We're going to get into it though. So Adidas says it's going to sell off some of the remaining inventory at the end of this month, adding a significant amount will be donated to selected organizations working to combat discrimination, hate, and including racism and anti-Semitism. In addition, the Anti-Defamation League, the Felonious and Keita Floyd Institute for Social Change, started by George Floyd's brother, which is Felonious, will also benefit. And It's unclear how much will go to these charities, but it's been reported that there's $1.3 billion in Yeezy products left over after the company pulled the plug on their relationship with Kanye back in October. If you recall, Adidas seemed slow on the draw when it came to Ye, dropping him well into his anti-Semitic tirades, including his unforgettable post saying that he was about to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. Ye also had some extremely controversial takes regarding George Floyd's tragic passing back in 2020. Adidas eventually kicked Ye to the curb and tried repurposing its remaining stock, selling the shoes without the Yeezy name, which, by the way, fell flat. And you knew that was going to happen, though. But regardless, it seems that Adidas is trying to bring those profits back up and make things right with the communities. Listen here. Y'all know I can't wait to start talking my trash. Because listen, as a woman in business, I'll say this, it's kind of hard to keep your business growing and moving. And Adidas is a very, very old company. Adidas has been around forever. So when it comes to being associated with somebody who's making a lot of people mad, and I mean a lot of people mad, and then I think this is the problem that people don't understand too. It's not just that he made anti-Semitic comments. He was coming after a lot of different things, but that's what he believes, I guess. I can't tell that man what to believe, but I hate that that's the part that they, focus on. Like, he didn't say a whole bunch of other craziness. Like, he didn't say a whole bunch of other nonsense. That's the thing that they focused on. And so a lot of people were upset because Adidas didn't part ways immediately like everybody else did. But at the end of the day, they were trying to figure out what to do, because I think everybody still forgets that this is business at the end of the day. They run a corporation. So it's like, you can't just make the decision right away. I mean, some people can, but I just don't think that they could. And being as though that was their cash cow, their moneymaker, where all of their, big money was coming from, because them Yeezys was not cheap. And by the way, I mean, to go to each his own, because I got a problem with people and just buying things because they sing, they popular. Kanye West made them, so they're Yeezy, so I'm gonna buy them. It's cool and all that, but there were some pretty freaking ugly shoes. Man, they were ugly. I wouldn't have ever made that purchase. I don't care. I wouldn't wear them. Not even the slippers. And don't get me twisted. I wear my Crocs because they're comfortable on my feet, but I just wouldn't wear. That's not something that I would wear. So, did Adidas make a big mistake by not dropping Kanye right away? I don't know. It hurt them by dropping him. Like, it hurt them dropping him, because they lost a lot of their income, and then Beyonce stuff Ivy Park wasn't really selling like that. So yeah, I don't know. I think right now we might be in the last days of Adidas. I'm not sure yet. I can't really co-sign it. I can't. But I think we're on our last days of Adidas if they don't get it together. So let's keep it moving. I don't know. I don't know. We might be on the last days of that company in itself. So let's get into this Fetty Wap story. I don't think I might have briefly spoke about it, but I didn't really go into the story. I don't really like going deep into stories unless I really have details, and now I have some details. So we're going to talk about it. So Fetty Wap is begging the judge at his trial, for his federal narcotic trafficking case to only sentence him to the mandatory minimum. But the feds want him locked up a lot longer. According to new legal documents, Fetty is seeking a 5-year sentence after pleading guilty to conspiracy to distribute at least 500 grams of cocaine, stemming from his October 21st arrest. I'm sorry, October 2021 arrest. No, I said 21st. I don't know why I like that date. I don't know. But anyway, the rapper's legal team told the judge Fetty accepts all responsibilities for his crimes, but his conduct here does not and should not, define him. They attached a bunch of positive letters from family and friends who say Fetty was just trying to provide for them financially by selling the narcotic. Uncle Sam sees it differently, though. They don't play about that. In the documents, the feds want Fetty to spend between 87 to 108 months behind bars, claiming he participated in a massive narcotic trafficking organization that flooded Long Island with cocaine. The office of U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York, Breon Peace, also says leniency isn't really warranted here. Says Fetty used and continued to use his fame, sizable platform, and influence to glamorize his little trade, his little thing he got going on. Well, the little thing he had going on, because he ain't got it going on now. They locked his behind up. So Fetty was on his way to Rolling Loud, New York back in 2021 when the feds apprehended him and several others, accusing them of using USPS trucks to smuggle the substances. The feds say their investigation uncovered 16 kilograms of the substance. Fetty pled guilty in August, and he's going to learn his fate very soon, because on May the 24th, that's the day they're going to sentence him, and it will be interesting to see what the judges decide to do. It's a lot to say about this one right here. One is, he had a little fame and he had some little songs out here that, they were popular and all of that good stuff. But Fetty wasn't getting money like that off of his fame. And I don't think that they understand the severity of the situation. And basically what he's saying too is that the reason why he was out there doing what he was doing was because he wasn't really making no money from his career. So it doesn't make what he did right. He's absolutely we got enough going on. That's what's wrong with the streets now. It's too much of that going around, and then there's a lot of people out here bringing harm to each other physically. And so at some point in time, you gotta sit your little black ass down and figure something else out. And I don't think that drugs, I said the word, I ain't want to say it, but that ain't the answer. You know what I mean? Just, okay, this music thing ain't working for me. I got to figure something out. Also, all that stunting and, I got to be flying, all of that good stuff. Yeah, you should probably put your money elsewhere. You feel me? Your family should have been talking to you let's set up some businesses. Let's, besides music. And listen, dang, I'm on one tonight. But in my vast career as a marketer / PR / manager, I've done a lot of things, honey, within this music industry. The one thing that I always say to the people that I represent or work with, it can't just be the music. You have to have other things to bank on. So yes, you got to sell merch. Yes, you should probably think about how you going to, besides the merch, spin this into a whole nother business. And you can still do music because you love it. That's what you love to do. But you have to have other avenues going for you other than a music thing. One is you hot when you hot and you not when you not. So you gotta have something to fall back on. I'm just saying. What they say, I have something to fall back on in case this music thing don't work out. Yes, you should definitely have something to fall back on, and it ain't in these streets. You should start a business. He should have started a business, found out what his niche was, started a business, and let that be like, part of his situation. But going to them streets, that ain't it, honey. Putting substances out on these streets that could harm a lot of people, it's not it, baby. So yeah, he gonna get what he get, and these judges don't be caring about your pleas. They just trying to get another black man off the street. Stupid. But anyway, let's move forward. What time is it? I gotta keep track of the time. You already know how this go now. Or if you don't know, I'll tell you in a few minutes. So yeah, I got one story I want to cover. But I can't cover that just yet. I'm gonna get into that a little bit later. Let's get to the Shy Glizzy situation too. It's another idiot. I'm sorry if y'all heard me cuss. I'm trying to do better with my potty mouth, but sometimes these stories make me insane, and I want to cuss them out. But I'll do that after 10 o'clock. Okay. So let's get into this story. Shy Glizzy. Whew. Lord, this story is something else too. So Shy Glizzy's ex-girlfriend claims that he's threatening to take her out along with her family, friends, and any man that she decides to date in the future. It's crazy. And now she just got court order protection. Court order protection. The rapper's model, Amaya Colon, makes the shocking claims in her request for a restraining order against him, telling the judge that he's been threatening her ever since she broke things off with him. According to the documents obtained, Amaya claims Shy has repeatedly told her he will take her out and her mother, and she says he's been making the threats ever since she broke up with him in April. She says he sent her text messages and said, I'm a fuck your life up. That's what he said. Dang, y'all. Let me finish the story so I can say what I gotta say, because people crazy. Amaya claims she started dating Shy in December, but broke up with him on April the 28th because she says he has anger issues. She says Shy did not take the breakup well, and things reached a head on May the 13th when he was arrested for allegedly threatening her. In the documents, Amaya claims that on May the 13th, she was driving around Los Angeles and noticed Shy was following her. Wow. She says she says she was stopped at a red light when he got out of the car and approached her car, banging on her car with the handle of the blicky. She says he drove away, but he followed her. Oh, she said she drove away, but he followed her and tried to run her off the road, hitting her car with his car and causing damage. Oh my Lord. Now, I remember we talked about this already. I talked about, him being arrested, the police, get on the ground. They made him get on the ground along with somebody who was with him. So it's crazy. So Shy was arrested on May the 13th on a felony charge of making criminal threats after his ex told police he pulled out the joint on her. Amaya claims she's told Shy to stop contacting her, but she says he keeps messaging her, threatening to take her out and post explicit pictures and videos of her without her consent, in what she believes is an attempt to ruin her modeling career. Oh Lord, have mercy. Shy Glizzy's ex also claims that he texted her best friend, "I'ma get I'm gonna get you. And he told her he was gonna get her ass beat. The judge granted the temporary restraining order, and now Shy Glizzy has to stay 100 yards away from Amaya, and he's barred from contacting her. The judge also prohibited Shy from posting or distributing any explicit photos or videos he may have of Amaya. They reached out to. They've been trying to get up with him, but he's not. He's not reaching back out to them. He's not answering any questions right now, or talking to the media right now. So here's the thing. Here is the thing, honey. Here's the thing. It is not. I don't know what is wrong with you crazy people out here. I don't. It baffles me. At the end of the day, if the girl don't want to be with you no more, let her go. Let her go. Don't threaten to post intimate moments that y'all shared together. Don't chase her down and then, try to intimidate her. You're a rapper, dude. You should be at this point. All right, she don't want to be with me. No, maybe she threw that thing on her. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. People do some crazy stuff when somebody throws some good stuff on them. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, people do some crazy stuff once they get some good. So maybe that's what it is. Or maybe he really loved her, but they wasn't even together that long for him to be out here acting crazy. So I really don't get it. But apparently he ain't playing with her because he chased her down, honey. So just let it go. I mean, it's a lesson we all got to learn. I had to learn that lesson myself. Sometimes you do love, well, my situation different. One is I'm not getting ready to do all of that, trying to kill you, take you out, none of that. I don't care about none of that. I don't. We not going to be together. We not going to be together, and I'm going to keep it moving. That's how I operate. But some people take breakups really, really hard, and apparently Shy Glizzy take them hard herself. So let's keep on moving because we got a little bit of time before we go straight on to Patreon, and I have to let my peoples on Facebook and YouTube go. Actually, no, tonight I think I'm gonna do the full show, and the reason being is because, well, whatever. But anyway, so let's talk about this. Martin and Will Smith are back in action, baby. They are filming Bad Boys 4. It's crazy, but Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are bringing some scarily realistic looking action to an Atlanta neighborhood where cameras were rolling for a violent scene for Bad Boys 4. The footage, I can't show it because I don't want to get in trouble, but it's available. You can go online and look. So yeah, the footage recorded from a building next to the Atlanta parking lot where the cast and crew were working on a shootout sequence for the up and coming sequel. So as you can see, well, you can't see, but I can see, so I'm going to tell you. It's action-packed with Will and Martin, aka detectives Mike Lowry and Marcus Miles Burnett, respectively, at the center of it all. The movie's leading men are walking through the lot when they get ambushed with a hail of fire. I'll try not to say the word. They try to take cover while firing back at the bad guys, while at least two their fellow cops get taken out in violence. Martin and Will appear to survive the action. Listen, I'm kind of excited about this a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking this is going to be the last one. I don't know. I don't know how many more of these they could do, especially when both of them are getting older. But one is, I'm happy that they back at it. You feel me? Bad Boys, just a good little joint. So we'll see what's gonna happen later on, and I'll keep y'all posted. I don't know. I'm not one for going to the movies these days because it's not the same way it used to be back in the day. Like how it used to be fun going to the movies. And then the movies started costing an arm and a leg. And yeah, nobody's doing that. You're not going to overcharge me for a small tub of popcorn. I'm not doing it. So, yeah, but when it comes out on a streaming platform, because it will eventually come out on a streaming platform, then I think I will watch it then. I'm going to watch it. I'm just not going to the movies. I'll rather wait for the streaming platform. Yeah, we're going to roll through this whole show tonight. I'm not even cutting nothing short just now. Well, the other people, they're going to get cut short a little bit. But the point is, I'm going to do a full show tonight. So let's get into this one really quickly. So Warner's Brothers CEO, David Zaslav, oh man, they gave him the blues. So listen, Warner Brothers discovered the head honcho, David Zaslav, had a really tough time getting his words out at Boston University's graduation ceremony because the crowd was heckling him with a barrage of boos over the ongoing writer strike. We talked about this before, like the writers are striking, and I say pay them their money. You want a good show, you want a hit show, pay them their money. But anyway, so yeah, they was blowing him. David was the commencement speaker Sunday at Boston University's class of 2023 graduation, but in the sea of caps and gowns, many grads gave him a piece of their minds as they tried to inspire, talking about how to deal with difficult people. You being difficult, David. Anyway, the chant "Pay your writers" was deafening to the point that he had to pause. He had to push a pause as the crowd roared in disapproval. There were protests outside of the venue, and there's still ongoing protests outside of the venue that he, is responsible for. Some of the demonstrators even made their way to the event. Yeah. I told y'all they had a plane flying in the air, and it said, pay the writers, you assholes. So there's a lot going on right now. Like, it's a whole lot. But at the end of the day, what I think that they have to remember is this. Okay, you got the celebrities. That works. That's cool. You feel me? You got the celebrities. Whatever. But you're forgetting that without the writers, your staff, the writers, there's nothing the celebrities can do with what are they doing? I mean, like I said, you could go to AI, but is it going to be a compelling script? So I don't know. I think that you should pay them their money. They work very hard to make sure that y'all get hit shows. Pay them their money. And y'all probably be getting on their nerves and giving them a hard time and stuff. Pay them their freaking money, man. Man. And to think I used to want to be a Hollywood writer. Anyway, I'll change my mind. Anyway, let's talk about my boy Bobby D. Oh my gosh. Y'all don't know this, but I'm going to tell you something. I have my set favorite actors of all time, right? A few of them have been in some of the same movies because I'm sorry, I paused, but I was trying to think of all of the movies, most of the movies, and a few of them have been in a lot of the same movies. So first, let me start by saying Al Pacino, always my boo, always my baby, always had mad love for Al Pacino. I'm not going through my whole list, but I'm just going to give you two of my favorites because they've been in a lot of movies together, right? And then Bobby. Love Robert De Niro. He's always been one of my favorite actors ever. And he doesn't let me down. I don't care how old he gets, he just doesn't let me down. He goes out there and gets to work. And I like that for him. And I think once you get at a certain point in age, you just don't want to, like, you don't want to just sit around and do nothing. You want to still be active and still move and still, you feel me? You still want to do your thing. So I love Robert De Niro. But let's talk about it. Robert De Niro, he got a lot to celebrate these days. He's not only, and maybe it doesn't hurt that he loved black women too. But anyway, not only has he debuted his new flick at the Canaans, but he's a father once again. Bobby's still busting him nuts. And the mother to baby number 7 joined him in France for the the Cannes Film Festival for a bash at the prestigious film festival. Robert De Niro is 79 freaking years old, y'all. 70 freaking, and still churning out babies. I guess he said you're never too old. But anyway, so the 79-year-old actor and his girlfriend Tiffany Chen hit up the Vanity Fair and Prada party Saturday night at a hotel. I'm not going to try to say the French, at a hotel in France. And he looked happy, happy as ever as he strolled the red carpet. You know, he gave him, here you go. They was like, Bobby, Robert De Niro. He was like, I'm serving y'all looks with my 79-year-old ass. Like, listen, and my black boo. But anyway, so just hours before Robert premiered his new Martin Scorsese film, Killers of the Flower Moon. Yo, I'm gonna talk to y'all about that. Getting an enormous roar of applause and a 90-minute stand. 9 minute. I said 90 minutes. That's a long time to be clapping for somebody. A 9-minute standing ovation for the new movie. In the movie, it's Leonardo DiCaprio, Jesse Plemons, and breakout star Lily Gladstone. So, Robert De Niro, that's not the only one. Then he has another movie out too where, and that's not a Martin Scorsese film. It's a whole nother film where he plays, a father. It's like a comedic type of thing. And I kind of want to see that too because it looks good. But he has a new baby girl. Her name is Gia Virginia. Yeah, that's what it is. Bobby's still out here doing his stuff. Dizzle at 79. Go ahead, Robert De Niro. I love Robert De Niro. I do. I always have. So yeah, that's my boy right there. I rocks with him. So we got some other things to get into, but hold on. I want to make sure, because I'm doing the whole show tonight, I gotta make sure everything's right where it's supposed to be when I talk about it. So we talked about Shy Glizzy, we talked about Fetty Wap, we talked about Adidas. Let's get into little Jay-Z and Beyonce tea real quick, and then I'm going. There's 2 things that I got to talk about Jay-Z about, but this is a get money one. So they purchased a $2 million Malibu pad in cash, baby, like cash. Like, here you go, 200 million. Now give us this. Okay, my bad. But that's what they said. Here go 200 million. Now give us this house. And from what I'm seeing from these pictures, it's a very swanky house. But anyway, so let's get into this story. $2 million in an astounding amount is an astounding amount. Just about everybody in the world. I just said that. I was like, yeah, geez. But if you're Beyonce and Jay-Z, you can afford to drop it all at once and still be one of the richest couples on the planet, baby. So sources say they paid $200 million on their 30,000 square foot Malibu mansion purchased from Will Bell, one of the biggest art collectors in the world. I think Jay-Z and Beyonce right now, they on a true real estate grind right now. The figure is mind-boggling. But if you look at the couple's financial portfolio, they've certainly got the assets to make it work, and they do. And Beyonce is on tour right now, and them tickets is an arm and a leg, so they can afford it. So according to Forbes, Jay-Z is worth $2.5 billion, thanks to his lucrative liquor business, Ace of Spades, and Douce. His music catalog and fine art collection with pieces from Basquiat. Ooh, yeah. Sorry. Y'all know about art to know who he is. In 2022, Forbes estimated Beyonce's net worth to be just shy of $500 million, crediting her tours, music catalog, and appearance in feature films to a majority of her wealth. Of course, she also just kicked off her Renaissance tour, like I said, which is expected to rake in more than $1 billion. So their net worth is only going up from there. They getting this paper. So don't ever get them twisted. So yeah. $200 million on a mansion, baby. They doing it big. They say we get ready to buy all this real estate. All of it. Now, we got two more on our agenda. Yeah, okay, I'm doing good. All right, let me take a quick ad break, and I'm going to be right back because I got to get some things. I got to talk about some things. I might even share the screen tonight. I'll be right back, though. I promise.
What they're offering might just have you in the mood to get naked. Flex offers $100 off a 6-pack of wine for $39.99, including shipping. Again, the offer is $100 off of a 6-pack of wine for $39.99 with shipping included. These are not small bottles of wine. These are your normal size bottles of wine, and you're guaranteed to fill your wine cellar or have a really good time. Get it now, y'all. Get it.
So I told y'all that these next two stories that I was going to cover both included Jay-Z, and this one very much includes Jay-Z. But it also includes Ann Rivera, and let's talk about it. Okay? Let's talk about it, baby. But in a recent sit-down with Vlad TV, the former music executive Lance Ann Rivera is clearing the air about he got poked a couple times, because I'm trying not to say the word, his poking 24 years ago, saying Jay-Z absolutely did not do it. And he insists prosecutors got it wrong when they nailed the rapper for the crime. And this is coming from the person who got hit. You feel me? So I don't know. Rivera, best known for his affiliation with the Notorious B.I.G., sat down with Vlad TV and got candid about his highly publicized poking, for which Jay ended up getting 3 years probation just as his career was blowing up. Rivera says that Jay was in the nightclub on that fateful night, but he's not the one who poked him in the back with the large blade. And adds, everyone knows Jay wouldn't have done something like that. However, he's not saying who actually did it. Oh, well, you got to give some more facts to that. Like, you got to talk about, get a little deeper, because anyway, I guess you not. Would that be snitching? Is on the street guy? Well, he was at one point in time in his life, I guess so. But he's a civilian now, so that's not really snitching. But anyway, this all goes back to December the 2nd, 1999. Not before your birthday, bro. But December the 2nd, 1999, when Rivera was poked leaving a release party for Q-Tip's album Amplified. He says Jay and other members of Rockefeller approached him and accused him of leaking Ho's Volume 3, Life and Times of Sean Carter album. Witnesses reportedly identified Jay-Z as the poker, the shanker. And although he turned himself in to the NYPD for questioning, he maintained his innocence. hold on. 1 second. He was taken into custody for felony assault charges, and after a 2-year-long battle, he finally pled guilty in 2001. And that's I'm gonna leave my comments for. I'm gonna leave my comments for a second. Although he avoided prison time, Jay couldn't leave NY State during his 3 years of probation, a major career hurdle, as it happened after the success of his Grammy-winning 1998 album, Volume 2, Hard Knock Life. Oh, gosh. There's always been a debate about what actually went down, with Nas notably stating on his track Ether that Jay took the fall for a friend. Rivera himself now seems to be adding credence to the theory by stating it wasn't Jay. This is crazy, right? Because, all this time we've been led to believe that Jay-Z was responsible for hitting up. What? I mean, like, we've always heard that. I've always heard that. Trust me, I was young in '99, so I've always heard that, and I remember Nas saying that too. But thing is like, he pled guilty. I guess, I don't know. That's weird though, but it's unfortunate. But at the same time, I just told you that man just bought a $200 million mansion. He ain't hurting too bad, but it is a little stain on his legacy a little bit. It's a little stain because it's like everybody always believed that he did that. Like, he did that. Why would you do that? So now I'm coming out talking. I'm believing that he told the cops and stuff that Jay-Z didn't have nothing to do with it, but you know how that go. Black man in America. So I got a few things to share with y'all this evening. I'm going to throw this headline up and then I'm going to show you. Let me see if I can get this up real quick. So I'm going to have to stop this for 1 second and then put this on the screen, and then I will bring that back up because we got a few things to talk about today. Specifically, let me throw this on the screen real quick about Florida. About Florida. Y'all see this headline right here. Let me fix some things around here. Y'all see this headline right here if you're watching. The NAACP issues a travel advisory alleging Florida is hostile to African Americans. I'm going to share the press release in a minute, but I wanted to get into this because it's crazy. But anyway, the National NAACP Board of Directors has issued a formal advisory against traveling to Florida. Allegedly, the state has become hostile towards African Americans under the leadership of Governor Ron DeSantis, or whatever his name is. The move by the NAACP board calling on travelers nationwide to forego visiting Florida comes as AAA travel estimates about 42.3 million Americans plan to hit the road this coming Memorial Day weekend. The board voted unanimously, I couldn't even get that out, to issue the travel advisory, saying that the decision comes in direct response to the governor's aggressive attempts to erase Black history and restrict diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in Florida schools. Oh, man. So Florida is openly hostile towards African Americans, people of color, and the LGBTQ plus individuals. Before traveling to Florida, please understand that the state of Florida devalues and marginalizes the contributions of and the challenges faced by African Americans and other communities of color. Yeah, man, they are dead serious. I'm gonna talk some that in here. I don't even know how I got up in here. Maybe when I open the door. But let me show you something else real quick. I'm gonna put this on the screen really, really quick to show y'all they not playing. They have issued. Hold on. I'm coming. To show y'all they're not playing, they have issued a press release about said matter. Now, I'm not going to read the press release to y'all. Again, it'll be available. It'll be available on my Patreon. But it's a lot in this press release. This is a two-page advisory. So it's a lot to take in. But I will say this is not the first time that we've heard something like this about the state of Florida. And especially, I just hate the idea that everybody wants to take away Black history. As if it didn't, like, none of the stuff happened to us. We didn't go through anything as a people. So our story is like, almost like they're saying our story doesn't deserve to be told. And that's unfortunate because you'll tell the other stories. And how can you not tell those stories when we're part of, like when they are part of this country's history? You see, George Washington, the first president of the United States, he owned slaves. Thomas Jefferson, third president of the United States, he owned slaves. A lot of them owned slaves. Now, some of them didn't, in those earlier days, but that's part of the story. What do you think we had the whole freaking Civil War for? The Revolutionary War was the fight for the freedom of this country. The Civil War was between the North and the South, the Union and the Confederates, to have the right to control that trade. Because I'm not going to say it was to free us, because we were only freed so we could be, like helping end the war. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So it's not the first time I heard that about Florida. And it's unfortunate because, the kids want to go to Disney World. Kids want to go do fun stuff in Florida. They want to go to Universal Studios and all of that good stuff. And y'all treat, and it's crazy because you got Black folks that travel long and hard to get to your state. And then you're going to treat Black folks any kind of way. And that's crazy. So you'll take our money, but you still want to treat us like, nah, I don't think so. We'll go somewhere else. There's other theme parks in the world. Disney World ain't the only one. Universal is not the only one. So I don't know. This is crazy to me, though, to the idea that, it's just nuts. You can't tell people what they can believe, how they can feel about situations. You can't think for other people. You can't do any of that. But, you can make them aware and let them know what's going on and advise them on what is happening. But people going to do what they do anyway. It's going to be a whole bunch of Black folks that do not listen to the advisory, the warning or whatever. It's going to be a whole bunch of them. I guarantee you. It's going to be still a whole bunch of Black folks like, we taking my kids to Disney World. Or a whole bunch of Black folks talking about, I'm going to Miami. Yes, they're going to do that. But at least if they go into it knowing that, what the situation is and what to expect once they get down there, then they might be all right. You feel me? They might be able to deal with the situation a little bit better than, if then you kind of can be prepared for the situation, I guess, so to speak. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So that's what they're saying. That's what the NAACP said. Don't take your Black behind to Florida because they don't rock with you. And if you part of the community, don't take your ass to Florida because they don't rock with you either. And if you're a minority, period, don't take your ass to Florida because they don't rock with you. That's what they're saying. Basically, in hindsight, don't take your dumb ass to Florida because they don't fuck with you. Oh, Lord. Anyway, so it's a lot to take in. It's a whole lot to take in. But at the end of the day, if you know, then you know. And so you're not confused when it's time to go down there and some racist motherfucker walks up on you, and you're just not confused anymore because you already know. You know. Anyway. And if you don't know, then I just told you. And I'm quite sure other people are talking about this situation too. So if you don't know, then you just want to be blind. It's that simple. Florida's cool. It's beautiful. Well, certain areas anyway. It's beautiful. You know, fun in the sun and all that good stuff. But I'm not going nowhere where I'm going to be devalued as a person, especially when I know that my contribution to whatever you got going on is helping y'all state. I'm just not doing that. So no, sir. No, Lord, I'm not doing it. Anyway, I gotta show some love, and then I'll get to some other stuff in a minute. But let me show my love real quick. Big shout out to, let me see where people watch us from real quick. I know YouTube and Facebook. So if you're watching YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, if you're watching from one of those 3 platforms, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Thanks. But I gotta show love to my listening audience because they're my larger audience and they show me a lot of love, so I show them a lot of love. First, my top 6. Y'all already know how this goes. The United States, France, India, Germany, the UK, and Belgium. My top 6, specifically Brussels. My top 6. I love you guys. Thank you for, supporting, always coming back through and showing a girl mad love. I love you. Thank you. But then I love all of you the same. It's no bias. I'm not, they just download the most, so I shout them out first. You download some more, then I'll shout your country out more too. But anyway, so to the rest of my babies, my ambitious ones that I love very, very much, I'm getting ready to show you love now. Brazil, I love you. Netherlands, I love you, babies. So Netherlands, South Africa, Spain, Philippines, Australia, Japan, Mexico, Ireland, Nepal, Mauritius, Israel, Canada, and Hong Kong. I love you all, my baby. Oh my gosh, but I'm not finished. Let me finish my list because y'all think it's a game. I got more. So anyway, I got more, baby. I got more to say. Let's see. Okay. So Russia, China, Poland, Tunisia, and Venezuela, baby. Hi, babies. Thanks for the love. Now, let me see who else, because I don't want to miss anybody. Indonesia, New Zealand, Switzerland, Turkey. I see y'all coming. Oh, I see y'all, Turkey. My Turkey people's coming back. I like it. Turkish people. I love them. Austria. Hello, Austria. Kenya, Pakistan, Romania, and South Africa. I said South Africa already, but I love you guys. And last but not least, Nigeria. I love you. Thank you for, supporting this show and showing love and all of that good stuff. You guys are extraordinary, and I appreciate you so much. But anyway, let's get back into this stuff I got going on. So Adidas, don't know how much longer you're going to last in this kind of hostile economy / corporation environment. I don't know. Hopefully they will be able. Adidas don't make me no money. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. They made my sneakers I walk in every day very comfortable. I appreciate them for making those, but I don't really care if they make money or not, right? But this whole Kanye and Yeezy situation, it's a lot. It's a lot for them to take on. And like I said, a lot of people were upset because they didn't cut ties immediately. So it's a lot. It's a lot. What else we talk about? Shy Glizzy, leave that girl alone. Leave that girl alone. She don't want to be with you no more. She don't want to be with you no more. What else we had? What else we talk about tonight? Leave her alone. Don't nobody want to be with no crazy man. Leave her alone. Fetty Wap, dumbass. Now you're going to prison, possibly for 108 months. Possibly. You asked the judge for 5 years, but might be in there a lot longer, bro. What else did we talk about? I'm trying to make sure I cover everything that we talked about tonight. Yeah, bro. Don't be out here. Oh, if anybody sees Bad Boys 4 before I do, let me know though. Because like I said, I'm not going to the movies. I quit going to movies a long time ago. Yeah. You're not overcharging me for some daggone popcorn. No. Jay-Z and Beyonce, get that money, baby. Get that money. And thank you for finally speaking out and saying that man ain't do that. Everybody thought he did do it. I mean, for a long time, everybody thought he did it. And lastly, Florida, get y'all shit together, man. People want to come and enjoy the fun and sun, but don't nobody want to deal with racist ass people. Get it together. Anyway, so if you would like to come on the show, hit us up ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Yeah, hit us up there. Phone line is always open during the show if you would like to ever call in or drop a comment or send a text or ask me to drop the link, as long as you're on your best behavior, because I don't play that shit. No, I don't. Don't come up here showing me your stuff. I don't care. We are on most social media platforms, but these are the particular ones that, you should pay attention to. So on IG is at Miss_ambitiously_ENT. On Facebook, it's at ambitiously. And on YouTube, it's ambitiously the podcast, the Black Experience. Yes, baby, the Black Experience. But anyway, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need all the support we can get, all the love we can get. So yeah, do all of that. And check out our website, www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com. www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com. If you go on it or you've been on there already, you'll notice some changes. We changed our logo. We got a new logo and all that good stuff. Y'all, I gotta tell y'all this before I get out of here too. If you would like to donate to the show, $capital LURLUCIDITY. Again, $capital LURLU. I can't even say it right now. It's too much. Anyway, it's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. I shouldn't have to keep saying this. And it's in my description somewhere on YouTube anyway, not on Facebook. They get mad when you do stuff like that. And this podcast is available on all streaming platforms. Yes, it is everywhere. I don't care where you go. We're there. And then check out our Patreon. Patreon, if you want to see these documents up close, you might want to go to Patreon, because that's where I post them without getting in trouble, without any problems. So yeah, patreon.com/ambitiouslyent, baby. And then we also have a channel on a new platform called View It. It's pretty new, so still a little bit of development going on over there, but I kind of like it for real. All right. The last thing that I'm going to say tonight is we officially have a DJ. Yeah. So Fire Friday, we are playing one of our first mixes from him. So tune in for that. It should be fun. And it's not just going to be the same old stuff that we've been playing. It's a lot of underground artists, a lot of unheard music, a lot of stuff. Some of you may have heard. It's going to be a mixture. And I've already decided that I'm okay with YouTube doing what they do, and but it's a mix, so I might can get away with it. And I've already decided that I'm okay with Facebook doing what they do, but it's a mix. So it's what's going to be. It's going to happen. So that will be happening this Fire Friday, FYI, and I will definitely see y'all on Wet and White Wednesday this week, because I missed last week, but I had some things to get out with her. So yeah, with that being said, man, it's a lot of things going on around here. Girls working, focus, man, focus. So yeah, some good stuff happening. Anyway, so first things first, mind your business, except for on Media Mondays. Come here and let me tell you everybody business, because that's what I do on Media Mondays anyway. Just come tell everybody business. So come here on Media Mondays. I'll tell you other people's business, but as far as these streets are concerned, mind your business. It's not safe out here for everybody, and you need to mind your business. All right. Love your babies, hug your babies, encourage your babies, tell them they are the greatest of all times. They are the GOAT. But you are the first line of encouragement, and they need that. So make sure you give it to them. If they want to work for NASCAR, then tell them to be the best pit boss. NASCAR driver, commentator, or whatever the hell else they do over there at NASCAR. I don't know. I've never worked there. If they want to be, if they want to work for NASA, then tell them to be the best astronaut, engineer, receptionist, secretary, janitor, whatever the hell else they do over there at NASA. I don't know. I've never worked there either. I don't know. I just don't know what they do. I mean, I know that it's a space, it's about space, but I just don't know the job titles. So just encourage them to be great, man. These kids need all the encouragement they can get. Stay in your lane. Very simple. It's very easy to do if you just do it. Stay in your lane. Everybody's lane is not your lane, and you jump in my lane, baby. You definitely getting all of her, every bit of her. So just stay in your lane. You really want her because she's sweet, cute, and cuddly, or at least let me purr and be happy, but just stay in your lane, because usually what happens when you jump into other people's lanes is a collision. But who wants that? Nobody. I don't want that for you. You shouldn't want that for you either. Just stay in your lane. That's it. It's that simple. That's simple. And then now I add this at the end of the show now, because it was a lesson that I had to learn, which is choose your battles wisely. Every battle is not yours to fight. And I'm telling you, this is recent. This is a lesson that I really had to learn recently, because sometimes, some battles you just want to jump into because they call for it, but choose your battles wisely. Every battle is not yours to fight. Some battles just aren't worth the fight. Worry about the war. The war is the bigger picture. The battle, you go through battles, but the war, and trust me, we just heard about Florida. They just told us what's going on. There's war going on outside. So choose your battles wisely and focus on the war. And with that being said, man, I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in, whoever tuned in. Thank you in advance to anybody who is going to download this podcast and take some time to listen to it. I appreciate you very much. And I mean that sincerely. Like, it's all love. And I thank you guys so much. And with that being said, I got to get up out of here. I got motherly things to do. I am a mom first. So I will holler at y'all on Wednesday. Wet and White Wednesday. We got some things to talk about. It's going to be a little titillating. And I holla, bye.